your emotion code, body code practitioner. And I was in a conversation with someone over the weekend. There seems to be a lot of birthdays lately with the people that I know. And not everybody likes their birthday. And I'm wondering if you or someone you know is one of those people that has difficulty when their birthday rolls around. Sometimes people think that the emotion code or the body code needs to be used on something really big, some really major event or, giant problem. And they kind of bypass some of the little nagging things that can actually really bother them. So, for example, a birthday. And sometimes it doesn't really matter if you're turning 9 or 90. Aging is a challenge. We have ideas in our head of what should be happening or how we should be at a certain age. And it can be a challenge. So what happens is at some point we assign something to ourselves in our thoughts or our beliefs or our feelings about our age or the age that we are approaching. And something can get stuck. It creates an obstacle. So it is an emotion that just is not fully processed. And that is where the emotion code and the body code can actually come in really handy to help alleviate the stress and strain of birthdays. I know lots of times you'll see online or social media, someone will post a video of a child who's maybe turning 3 or 4 or 5, and the reality of having to be potty trained or go to school or make their bed in the morning or start, getting dressed and tying their shoes on their own. That reality of having to do these responsibilities makes them cry and carry on and say, I don't want to grow up. It's that Peter Pan syndrome. And a lot of people have it. I'm sure you know people that are in their 40s and 50s who are still trying not to grow up. And what kind of emotions could actually be trapped with that? Let me show you the emotion code chart. And the advantage, so you see my badges there for Certified Emotion Code and Certified Body Code Practitioner. I have worked with Dr. Bradley Nelson. When I take the chart down, you'll see his book behind me, The Emotion Code. And that is his compilation of this discovery he made that we will just hang on to certain emotions for whatever reason. It just wasn't fully processed, that we could just have that emotion flow through us. And so by sticking in us, it creates an obstacle. And when we have, there's more and more research coming out that's actually proving that, when you're having negative thoughts or you're hanging on to feelings of like anger or guilt or self-denial or some sort of, negative self-talk, feeling less than, believing that everybody else is better, or, maybe you actually lived in a situation where you were not safe or you're feeling that you're not safe. All of those, that swirl of negativity can just sort of hang on and eventually it will settle. And that's where a lot of people find other things happening. They get the joint pain, the shoulder pain, the headaches, the knee pain, the emotional eating or excessive smoking or drinking or doing other things. Or, they'll have a really good job and they'll be making a really good income. And man, all of a sudden they just, won't get out of bed in the morning to be able to get to work on time. And they'll do, little things that are almost like a self-sabotage. And really it's this hurdle that is happening that is preventing them from actually, getting past it. So by doing an emotion code or body code session, it can identify these emotions and release them. So what would be some of the things that could happen with the emotions around a birthday or not wanting to have to do any more adulting? So sometimes there's an abandonment feeling or a feeling of betrayal because you're losing your younger self. And so you can have these emotions that are all wrapped up just in you. It doesn't have to necessarily uh, be tied into another person. It is just that emotion that is in with you. There can be definitely anger. I'm actually looking up my chart here on the side. And a feeling of lack of control or low self-esteem, the stubbornness, you don't want to get any older, the terror or conflict, panic of aging, and what can happen if you really are turning 90 or 95. At 100, everybody cheers for you. That's wonderful, and it's amazing for people that grow that old, as long as they are healthy. For the people that are dealing with, at a younger age with a chronic illness or a bleak outlook, or just, all of the things of the world caving in with all of the difficulties in the world and difficulties that people come upon, accidents, mishaps, companies closing, illnesses, all of those things can, just create this emotional pot of mixed emotions and difficulties. So the emotion code can definitely help with that, helping you get your mojo back, get your motivation back, and feeling lighter. I think that's one of the most amazing things, is that people that are experiencing an emotion code session, one of the first things that they say is, "Oh, I feel so much lighter." And you can literally see people sit up taller or stand up taller. It's pretty amazing. So how can you make this work for you? Well, let me show you. Is this the one? Yes, this is it. So you can easily schedule an appointment online. That's really the preferred method of working together, by a Zoom appointment. And so then we can kind of see each other face to face and be able to um, talk through the emotions that we are releasing. You don't have to reveal anything about your past. You can really just say, for example, I'm having, this achiness in my joints, or, you know, difficulty with stiff neck or what have you, not sleeping well, maybe not getting along with my housemates or my teammates at work. And so by talking about what the actual difficulty is, not what you think it is, but what's actually happening. So, um, for example, you're not answering the alarm, you're not answering the phone, you're not returning text messages or something as you might need to for either your personal life or your professional life. So we look at what that issue is, find the emotions that are associated with it, and I do that through asking a series of questions, and a series of questions to your emotional self. So it's not like you have to actually answer them or reveal anything personal. We just ask if there is a trapped emotion, can we release it? Which emotion is it? I use a system to decipher which emotion or package of emotions that are contributing to this. And then through a kinesthetic testing and system, we can just release them. So essentially, you kind of just sit there and are on the receiving end of it. And so it's really a beautiful system. So yeah, I have now, you can see the emotion code book behind me. And so it's really amazing that Dr. Nelson created this, discovered this, has really refined it. He wrote his original book in 2008. And then it was in 2019 that he did a revised edition. So the stories are amazing. His presentation of it is amazing. And it really inspired me to be able to study with him and become certified. And by being certified, it means that I just am able to do this really effectively for you, efficiently for you. If you read the book yourself, you're able to do some self things or do it for your friends or something. You can give it a try. Uh, but working with somebody that is certified means that the whole muscle testing system and everything goes pretty quick. So we are able to cover a lot of ground. So tonight's topic is actually birthdays and having some sort of resistance to them. And so if you have a birthday coming up, or you know someone that's having a birthday and that's either struggling with the age that they're turning, or it's just nice on a birthday, we usually have a fresh approach and want to make a fresh effort for the new year. So it would be a terrific time to give somebody a gift of an emotion code body code session with me. I would love to be able to work with you and be your emotion code body code practitioner. So schedule your appointment and we will start working on those issues for you. So thank you so much again for joining me tonight. Come back again next week. I'm here every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And I love having a volunteer. I like being able to demonstrate it. I didn't do any demonstration tonight, but we will do that again soon. And so come back and join me. And I look forward to working with you. All right. Thank you so much. I'm Holly Pitus, and I will see you soon and hope to help you get